When I start to see the changing in me. Let's jump forward to the age of 10. This was when I really remember becoming a pain. I remember a lot about this babysitter we had. She was 15 or 16. She would come watch us when my parents would go to a Thursday devotional meeting with their church mates. I think her name was Kirsten, or something unique that started with a K, and was Swedish or Norwegian in origin. She was tall, thin, and quite pretty, so I listened to her for the most part. We were out jumping on the trampoline one time when she was watching us. I don't remember what happened to be disciplined, but something happened to where I was told to go in the house for a timeout. I didn't want to, and she wasn't my parent. Make me, I said. The chase ensued, all over the yard, around and through, over and under, whatever I could do to keep out of her reach. Eventually, I had the bright idea to get into the house and just lock everyone else outside. They were all chasing me, all three siblings and the babysitter. I made it through the outward swinging storm door and into the main door before she made it all the way up the concrete steps. I saw her face, solidified with enough anger that it almost scared me how upset she was. As I turned to get past the door and shut it, her long legs had carried her quickly up behind me, within a step or two. I put all my weight into shutting the door in her face and locking it before she could catch me. I was a tank from day one. Slam! Clink! Clink! The scream that ensued could have awakened the dead on the other side of the face of the earth. I still hear it. Maybe that's why I can't handle high-pitched screaming, like a child wailing. I caught her first three toes on her right foot in the door. I remember seeing the purple-colored flesh on my side of the door. I slammed the door so hard I was still able to lock the handle and deadbolt. I don't know anything about the surgery she had to have, or how long exactly the recovery was. I don't know how or if she ever fully recovered from it. All I know is she never babysat for us again and never made eye contact with our family at church. Kirsten, if this ever goes public and you ever read this, I'm truly, truly sorry for what I did to you. I can't imagine the pain you went through from my hand. I hope you have or will be able to forgive me, and I truly hope our Heavenly Father has given you a full recovery. We had other babysitters. One was a kid. I think his name was Jeremy. His family lived in the Pizza Hut house down at the base of the big hill. The kids in the family had a tree house fort they'd built in this massive tree across from the house. We used to go down during the day when all the other kids in the valley were at school and play there. Jeremy only watched us once. His favorite game was to pin us in the kitchen and make us play 52 pickup over and over and over until I put his testicles into his throat. I never had patience for ignorance or bullying, and I still don't. I don't know how to feel about this accident. I feel justice was served, but it shouldn't have been by me. I apologize, Jeremy, for harming you. Now, since rumors got around our small town like a fire in a dry barn, no one would watch us kids. My older sister was 12. I was 10. My younger sister and brother were 5 and 7 or so, I believe. My parents sat us down and explained the situation. The option that we were given, because going to an adult Mormon worship service was so important to them, was to be locked in our rooms while they were gone. It was about a total of 2 hours that they were gone when they went once a week. Now, the way this worked at first was they would tie the doorknobs for my sister's room to mine and my brother's doorknob. It worked until I figured out that if you work the door back and forth, you could stretch the rope long enough to untie the knot. Did I mention I'd been in Cub Scouts since I was 8? I was good at knots at the time. When that didn't work, Mom and Dad installed a hook and eye latch on each door on the outside. That was pretty childproof. However, as a parent, you live and learn. After a week or two of this happening whenever they both had to leave and had no one to watch us, they sat us down and had the lifelong parental talk about responsibility and maturity with us. That worked for us for a time. We enjoyed the freedom of not having mom and dad there 24/7 until there was an incident involving me and my older sister. Because I don't remember having a babysitter again or being locked in our rooms while they were gone, at least not all of us at once. But the time it backfired, Dad got injured more than any of us children, considering the experience that took place.